Well, good afternoon and welcome to DUrbervilles Nurseries. I'm David Wilson and I'm out here in our trialing and testing area for roses on a beautiful afternoon in early summer. And right next to me, I've got the most wonderful crimson red climbing rose that I want to tell you about today. And here it is, right next to another top performing climbing rose, the Lady of Shalott, which is already here on our channel. If you want to find out about this lovely top performing variety, check out the video which is also here on our channel. But this is the one I wanted to share with you today. This is David Austin's Tess of the dUrbervilles, a really beautiful crimson red flowering climbing rose, as you see, that gets to about 8 foot or so. And when you look at it, it is absolutely magnificent with these bright red multi-petaled flowers. There's over 100 petals on each of these flowers. And when you look at the plant here from a distance, you will see that it has already been in flower for several weeks. In fact, this has been flowering for about 3 weeks or so here. It's still got some nice flowers on it, as you see, and more importantly than that, when you look at it here, it's got some nice new buds coming, which means that it's going to continue its flowering on through the rest of the year. And that's one of the nice things about this variety, in that it repeats well. Introduced by David Austin in 1998, it's a hardy zone 4 plant that makes a wonderful plant for putting on a fence like this. Would be very good if you have some kind of perimeter fence and you want to try and soften things down and clothe it with a beautiful fragrant flowering rose, which I nearly forgot to tell you about. Because when you smell this, it's got a beautiful kind of old rose fragrance, as well as this beautiful color. A nice dark glossy green foliage too. Also very good for putting against walls and perhaps training up over and around a doorway. Lots of places where you, I think, would be able to grow this with comparative ease in your garden. This is the one that was named after the heroine from Thomas Hardy's novel. The Tess of the dUrbervilles is an excellent performer, and as you see, doing very well here in our no spray trial. And that's important because this plant here has never been sprayed. It's in the ground, which we mulch. We prune and train it in the early part of the year. And now at this time of year, if you have the time and the inclination, you can go in with a pair of pruners and just deadhead them. That means taking off the old flowering hips to leave the new buds to grow back out and encourage the energy that would otherwise go into making seed hips, which you don't really need, into making new growth with new flower heads, as you see here on these plants. So it's worth taking a little bit of time and just going in and snipping off the old flower heads, because that also helps to keep the plant nice and neat and lush looking, and of course then gives you more flowers and a better performance. And just to show you in a little bit more detail, if you haven't deadheaded roses before, you'll see that these are hips here. These are hips that have now finished flowering, so they're done. So you can go in with a pair of pruners and you'll see how this hip is there, and you can go in with the pruners and just snip out that piece back to some buds. Here it is again on here. Here's some more buds. There's a bud down at that point, so you can go in and you just go in with the pruners and snip it out at that point. And then here's perhaps a better way to show you. If you look at this shoot here, you'll see this is where the old flowers were. There's some stems coming out here, but there really isn't flower buds. But if you look down here, you'll see that there's a nice bud and another one down there and another one even down here where my finger is. So what we do is with a pair of pruners, we come in at this point here, and that's just where you go in above a bud and you just snip that piece off, and there it's come out from that. And now what's going to happen is that new growth is going to come from these leaf axils, and that's where the new flower bud is going to come out from there as well. But really, the main thing to point out about this is these beautiful, really quite large, multi-petaled, bright crimson red flowers that have a very nice fragrance. This is David Austin's Tess of the dUrbervilles, a beautiful variety, as you see, for growing somewhere in your garden, perhaps as a climber. This is David Wilson. Enjoy your gardening. It's good for us, and it's good for our environment too.